All right, yo. What's going on, Marcus? Let me know if you can hear me, Marcus. I'm just doing another live stream out here on the grind, man. So, it ain't gonna be too long. I don't know, this connection might be kind of whack on the road, bro. Yo, can you hear me? Yo, let me know if you can hear me, man. Yeah, sometimes StreamYard be buggy, but StreamYard be acting up here, so I don't know. But anyways, you can barely hear me. What about now? You see, last time I was out using StreamYard, it was working fine, but sometimes, man, that thing's acting up, man. Yeah. What about now, Ernest? Can you hear me now? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, man, I'm just doing a quick stream here, man. Just a few things, I be seeing going on in the WMMA world. I just wanted to talk about again with y'all real quick. Like, talk about Joanna, man. Like, the more and more I just see her getting back into training, man, I'm just like kind of getting excited for it because I mean I know she's like out of her prime now, but I just feel like her presence is still kind of needed in the strawweight division right now. Until you got like another strawweight with that type of character, like not necessarily like a villain, but just somebody with the type of um, attitude that can like boast and brag at the same time back it up. You still need somebody like you want in the game a little bit. Like I mean, you got Amanda Ribas in there. She's all animated and bubbly, but at the same time, she doesn't really have that. Uh, Everybody loves her mostly. They really have to dig for a reason to hate somebody like Amanda Ribas. But with Joanna, it's like you love her, you hate to love her, or you love to hate her. So I know in 2021, that's one of the things I want to see, man. I want to see Joanna come back to the strawweight division. I know some people said she'll probably come back to 125, but I'm like, hey, if she can come back to 115 or 125, that's cool. But somebody made a good point the other day. They was like, you want to probably like to come to 115 because she can, handle the girls so much easier. Robert Henry, what's going on, man? Like I said, I know this thing be buggy and stuff, so I'll probably do another video talking about why I think, you want to need to come back to the division this year. I mean, for real though, man, like Rose Namajunas, she was a good fighter, good champion. I'm a fan of her. I guess the thing with her, it was just the full on, what you call it, consistency with her. Whenever Joanna had the belt, she kept it for so long. A lot of people try to tell me that because I wasn't really like, I was just trying to ride the Rose train. Which like I said, I'm still a fan of Rose. I just feel like she didn't have that same consistency as Joanna. Title defense after title defense. Joanna used to like to stay active, and that's what we like to see, right? We like to see fights. So yeah, man, like we need somebody that wants to come back and fight. I know Joanna ain't gonna be coming back with that same exact attitude because she was saying that she didn't want to fight without a crowd. She is like she's surpassed like the hungry champion now. She's that fighter that just wants to fight for money too, but she'll still put on a solid performance. And I think she'll still fight at least maybe two to three times a year, maybe three. Unless she gets another swollen head, then you won't see her for another year. But for real, like the consistency is there with Joanna whenever she's in the game. But I don't know if y'all saw Rose. Rose popped up on her channel, her latest video. I gotta go back and look at it. I just kind of flipped through it. Rose was talking about the fact that she ain't ducking. Because a lot of people were saying she's ducking, so she kind of made a response video. I don't know if y'all seen that. Did you see that, Robert Henry or Marcus? Did you see that? Yeah, I gotta go back and look at that video, man. Because Rose, she seemed not upset, but she just seemed like, I gotta address the people saying I'm hating or or I'm ducking or I'm not trying to fight. But shoot, I mean, see the thing about Rose, she's still a young fighter, so hopefully she can really be more consistent this year coming. I know it takes a lot for her to get into it, mentally, but I just would like to see her really, really take like you gotta remember she's only 26 years old. Like that's like prime years, even boxing. 25, 26. That's prime years whenever you're supposed to be staying active and getting new fights in. So um, I know she's kind of aged faster in fight years because she started at such a young age. But still, man, like this is a time for her to really exceed or try her best to push herself mentally and physically. So I don't want to see her do the same as Joanna, come back next year, 2021, and stay even more so active than her. She only kept up for one title defense. So Robert said I saw Rose's most recent video on her channel. Yeah, I was looking at a little bit of. I want to go back and see what she was everything she was talking about on there. But as of lately, Joanna, she's been back in the gym. She's been back in the ATT, working out, getting ready for something. She's getting ready for something coming up, possibly, early 2021. Who knows? And I know y'all see Nunez Anderson has been rescheduled for March. So, I'll do a video announcing that in a minute here. But, yeah. Then I heard Mackenzie Dern is in talks to fight. Who's she in talks to fight? Man, I gotta look that up again, man. I forgot. Mackenzie was in terms to fight somebody in like the top Top five. I know somebody heard that. Y'all help me out. Mackenzie Dern is supposed to fight. She's in talks to fight somebody in like March or April. Let's see. Robert said it sounds like she was addressing Dana, but not too directly. You tell that she doesn't appreciate his statements. Right. Yeah. Hey, I mean, yeah, for good reason. I mean, I'm sure they had talks behind the scenes on what was going on with her, as far as her personal problems. So I don't really feel like that's something he should have went out and just kind of twisted up. If he knows different, I mean, if he knows the truth, then why is he going to say different? Yeah, 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 yeah. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I, I I had a brain fart, right? Yeah, Nina Azarov. Nina Azarov versus Mackenzie Dern. Well, shout out to Nina though, man. I mean, she coming back against a young little bull right there. Somebody that's got a baby of her own. So it's gonna be battle of the moms right here. Who's hungry? You know, and I don't mean food wise either. So yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be crazy, man. Battle of the moms, Nina and Mackenzie. Man, Mackenzie though, man, she's been looking good at 115. I ain't gonna lie. After having a baby, it seems to put the focus on her. At the same time, she be making weight. She's been making 115 for somebody. She's been making 115 easy for somebody that's has a baby. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Let's see. Stamina in the building. And what you say, Marcus Nina will pick up those. Nina will pick up those trainings from when she'll pick up those trainings when Amanda chased her around the room and beat her. Yeah, that's fighting Nina who said she wasn't fighting at 115 at post pregnancy. Yeah, who? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the flight's still in talks. Who knows? Like the flight's supposed to be out in like March or April, so she might have time to shed that weight to 115. So I give her that. Like she might have time to shed the weight. Now, if she was coming back in like January, February, it'd probably be 125 or like a catch weight. But yeah, I could see her coming back at 115 by like April. If she, yeah, yeah, yeah. If she do April, she should be able to get down to 115. But yeah, yeah, real quick, yeah, yeah, Joanna, man, like I said, come back in 2021. She comes back against Yon. Oh, stamina. Nina is in talks to fight Mackenzie Dern. She's in talks to fight Mackenzie Dern in like March or April or something like that. I just saw a glance of it real quick today. I didn't really even take a look. I was just out the door. So pretty dangerous. I ain't gonna lie, it's a kind of a dangerous fight for Nina to come back to. But I mean, what really ain't a dangerous fight at 115 though? So that'll be interesting though. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Joanna's probably going to come back against Yon. That's more than likely because they shot Yon up to number three, so that's the most logical fight for Joanna to come back to in 2021 because Yeah, Nina's about to be taken. Suarez is gone. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, Ernest. Yeah, Dern. Yeah, Dern needs to hit the. Dern needs to hit the wrestling mat. Yeah, her takedown entries. Get stuff. Yeah, because if Nina was able to stuff some of if Nina was able to stuff some of Tatiana's attacks in her wrestling, and she was able to like neutralize a lot of what Tatiana was doing, then yeah, she should have no problem with Mackenzie Dern. That's a lot. Girl got a lot of experience too. Yeah, Tatiana didn't look the way everybody thought she was going to look against Nina Asbaroff, because Nina Asbaroff was able to neutralize a lot here. So Nina's pretty strong too. Gotta admit that she is strong, underrated strength. Yeah, she definitely got to work on that wrestling. Stammer said I favor Nina too, but I also I also was more also keen on her moving to 125. Oh, okay, like Joanna 115 won't miss her if she goes. Yeah, like Nina's in a position where Nina and Joanna, like I want to see Joanna come back to 115, but they're both in like a position where they're not necessarily needed like 100% needed, because 115 could use 115 can really use the spark. You know what I mean? 115, 125, excuse me. Flyweight needs some more new blood that wants to fight for the belt. Yeah, but real quick here, man. Oh, I got another like 15, 20 minutes of y'all. This is an interesting question I have, man. Like, I actually got a video I'm gonna put out about this, but like I'm gonna do a video about Claressa Shields, and I'll let y'all know when I put the video out though, because I already worked on it. But what do y'all think about Claressa Shields? Like, what type of fighter does she have to be when she enters mixed martial arts? Like, what type of style do you think is gonna suit Claressa Shields when she gets into the game? Like, right off top, everybody feels like she's gonna be working on her kicks. She's gonna be like a boxer, a striker, mover. But honestly, man, like the more and more I look at it and just look at her body type, which like I said, I got a video coming out about this, but um, I want to know what y'all think. Like, what do y'all really think about Claressa Shields entering the world of MMA? Like, what type of fighter will she be? Like, what type of style would really suit her? I mean, boxing is boxing. Everybody has a crafted style in boxing for their body frame and their hands. They can't necessarily go in there, of course, and throw kicks and boxing and stuff like that. So, for somebody like Claressa Shields, her body frame doesn't necessarily fit like the same type of strikers you see in the game. So, I want to know from y'all, what do y'all think? Like, just looking at her frame and her size, where would her real strength advantage be in MMA? Because I don't know like how her cardio would be as far as using every bit of her body, moving, blocking kicks, trying to throw knees, fighting in the clinch. Like, what type of stamina would she have in the octagon after using every bit of her body like that? Like, what type of style would really suit her though? Because she was in boxing, she wasn't like a mover. She wasn't really like a fast mover that throws flurries and bounces on the balls of her feet all day. She was more of a strong puncher. She could pick her shots, fight on the inside a little bit, fight on the outside, fight at more of a controlled pace. But in mixed martial arts, it's going to be moving. Everything's going to be moving. So she's going to be working at parts of her body that she's not used to. She's going to be having to try to throw more volume of strikes. Throw a high volume of strikes. whenever you just see like her and Holly together, Holly Holm, of course she came from the boxing kickboxing world, but when you just see how they match up, like they have different physiques where Holly seems more athletic, she seems more mobile, she's able to she's a lot more fat, she's a lot more quicker on the feet, limber. Where Claressa, she's a little bit more has the heavier foundation, on the legs and the bottom. Holly's more upper body, but she has strong legs too, though. But at the same time, it kind of balances out. Like Carissa's got more in the hips, more in the legs, in the bottom area, so she's more like heavy in that foundation. So every time I look at it, I'm just kind of looking like Shields. The more I look at her, like I can't just see her as like all around like striker and kickboxer in there. She might have to be something like a wrestler, something like Jessica Andrade a little bit. Like she can't move like Holly Holm. She's gonna have to be more like a Jessica Andrade, in my opinion. For her size. Thankfully, she has the IQ in striking and boxing. But yeah, I would really like to see her in a style of being able to be planted, being physically strong as far as her grappling. As we know, grappling is going to take a long time for Claressa Shields to get up on. Ernest said, I'm concerned about her core at MMA. Like at 155, she consistently has an abdominal pouch. Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna need like a strong core, taking kicks to the body, trying to throw kicks. Worried about being tossed around, being able to fight off of her back, man. I mean, there's just so much for Claressa to get accustomed to, even for just fighting in PFL. I would have loved to see Shields just take some grappling tournaments. I mean, grappling matches, BJJ tournaments, and even going to the amateur route for a while. That would have been good. Because I know there's been a lot of mixed reviews on her kicks. I've heard some people say her kicks ain't really that good. Yeah, some of the kicks she's been throwing are definitely like green. She's gonna have to really, really put some work in on her technique. Really gonna have to put some work in on her technique, man. Because even the girls in the PFL level, they're gonna be catching them kicks. They're gonna time them, and they're gonna take her down fast. But yeah, that is a video I got coming, man. I just want to know from y'all, what do y'all think? Like, what style of fighting is really gonna benefit? Like, what's gonna be her main strength? Even though she comes from boxing, like striking might not necessarily be her strong suit in the octagon. I mean, she might have to make it that though. She might have to go ahead and work on that transition. Say, okay, this is a striker. You got to be more of a striker and not more of a flat-footed boxer. She's got to go ahead and break that habit. Break that chain of being flat-footed or being front-foot heavy, so your lead leg won't get torn up. So that's part of that checklist. Oh, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm on the road, man. I'm on the road, plus the stream yard be acting up. You know, it be kind of buggy when I'm out on the road. Let me know if you can hear me now. Yeah, it goes in and out. I'm just like coming through anyway, just talking. And she actually can't hear me. What about now? Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me now. Stamina said, what is that? Suarez got moved months ago now. There's no good reason to have one but not the other. Yes, Suarez been out since October, right? They took her out of the rankings like about 2 months ago, I think. Maybe back in September. I remember seeing her in the rankings in September. But yeah, okay. Yeah, you said I just sound far away. Oh, okay. Yeah, Nunez and Anderson, though, man. I'm just looking at that right now on my other phone here, man. Yeah, that's going down in March. So Nunez just prolonged the beatdown, like everybody says, right? Nunez just prolonged that beatdown, but it's going down in March. I mean, Nunez posted on IG that she's gonna be busy this year. I don't know if that just means in MMA, or is she trying to take some BS fight with Jake Paul, or is she trying to get to the boxing ring with Claressa Shields. You know, it all sounds crazy to me. I mean, she just needs to stay in the octagon until she retires. I don't want to see no Jake Paul fight. Why the hell she want to fight Jake Paul? Man? Like, yeah, I want to see him get beat down, but let one of the guys do that. It's still too much of a high risk to her getting knocked out. The guy's a cruiserweight. He does have some training in boxing. You know, I don't like it, but still. You say Joanna would be missed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Joanna's a villain, kind of a villain type, but she's alright with me. Hang on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I just had to do a temp screen here. Alright. Let's see. Ernest said any connections, circus, exhibition with Jake will lose their credibility. Yeah. No. No, man. I like Joanna better than Nina, man. Like, no, yeah, I like Joanna better than Nina. I never said that. I don't know if anybody else said that, but still, like I said, you still need Joanna in the game. Yeah, like I said, I'm on the move right now, so yeah, I just had stopped and fixed my connection too. So yeah, it's a lot better. But yeah, let me go back to that other talk, man. I know y'all didn't hear me, but what do y'all think about Claressa Shields? Like, what type of style is gonna favor Claressa when she gets into the world of MMA? What do y'all think about that? Like, I know she's a boxer, but does that necessarily mean she's gonna be like a fast striker in there? I mean, if you've seen her fights, then you know she's not gonna be like a fast in and out type of striker, you know. So what do y'all think, man? Claressa, when she get in there, like Claressa does, like Claressa, she's not really like a fast or fast mover on her feet. You know, she's more of an inside fighter, outside fighter, picks her shots, strong puncher. So when if she tries to come over to MMA with fast hands, you know, I don't know if that's going to suit her gas tank. You know, I'm not sure if that's going to suit her cardio level. And she's not necessarily going to go in there and be like a kickboxer either, you know, because like I said, she doesn't have like that frame to be so agile and be so quick and athletic on her feet. Like that's the type of fighter that Holly Holm was in boxing. You know, Holly Holm was a mover. You know, she was a kickboxer as well. I mean, if you look at her body frame now, she has a big upper body. Um, she has good big legs too, but you know, not the same like Claressa. Like Claressa's more so thick in the bottom. You know, she has that heavy foundation. Um, you know, she has that type of strong leg foundation. Where I feel like she could kind of move that more into like a Jessica Andrade territory. I know Mena's gonna like to hear that as soon as I said Jessica Andrade, but anyway. Um, BAC, what's going on? BAC said Claressa and her striking is going to KO a lot of these MMA fighters. I don't know. She wasn't a power puncher in boxing. She's 10-0. I've seen all her fights. You know, she's 10-0 with two KOs. I mean, she definitely has the precision. And I mean, yeah, you got to factor in the gloves too. Like maybe she might be more of a power puncher in MMA. I don't know, because you know you're really gonna feel the sting when she wears those MMA gloves. But we'll see. Man, I never watched a female boxing match. Well, yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should go back on there and look at some of her fights. BAC. She's big and a hard hitter. I think she's a better boxer than Holly. Yeah, no doubt. BAC. Claressa's a better boxer than Holly, no doubt. She's a better boxer all the way, a much smarter boxer. But out, is she going to be able to transition to MMA better than Holly? I mean, Holly didn't really come in there as the best complete mixed martial artist either, but I want to know if she can, you know, come up in the game and craft a style that's going to fit her body type. Stamina MC said Claressa Shields needs to fight someone like fight fight someone like Jin Kim. Strictly hands, a nice softball to start with. Operative word being like, of course, done enough such a woman exists that way. Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say, man, you gonna feed her a tomato can, make a tiny girl like Jin Kim move up and get massacred by Claressa Shields like that. Someone who just stands there. Nah, Stamina said it doesn't take too much to be in a better boxer than Holly. She's an average with it in octagon, in my opinion. Right. Yeah, like even in mixed martial arts, Holly Holm is, you know, average. I mean, her movement and some of the things she's doing is good. It's just her IQ isn't there. You know what I mean? Like Holly doesn't have that IQ to make certain adjustments and improvements in her style. Physically, she got the body frame and you know the body type for the style she possesses, but the lack of evolution is there. Uh, Ernest Richards said Danielle Wolf. Yeah, Claressa and Danielle Wolf. I mean, they could do that fight. I mean, she's 1-0, right? So Minna, I thought she was like a fast puncher, but not footwork. No, Minna, Claressa, you know, she's not like a fast fighter. You know, she's a good counter puncher, a good calculated puncher. BAC said Holly did have the kicks. Yeah, she did have the kicks. I mean, yeah, she does have that. Did you hear Holly is going into some boxing Hall of Fame or something? Yeah, there was. Yeah, recently there was a boxing Hall of Fame induction. Yeah, there was a lot of fighters going in there. Yeah, I do think that Clarissa could be like a good wrestler, a good grappler though. You know, she just really has to work on that. I mean, I don't know if she's gonna just like. That's why I said she should have hit the amateur, the amateurs first, because she's just not gonna go in there and be like this top notch wrestler. I mean, she got the body frame, I think, and she could build up the strength, but that's gonna come with years, years of evolving into that, man. Like I would say it would take at least 3, 4 years just to be decent enough to fight somebody in PFL. And then even then she's gonna have to work her ass off. Yes, Stammer. Yeah, you know it. You know they do, man. Hmm. And it said don't compare Clarissa to Andrade. Oh yeah, my fault. BAC, Clarissa's supposed to be fighting at 155. Yeah, BAC, Clarissa's supposed to be fighting at 155 in the PFL. She's gonna fight in the lightweight division. I don't think she could ever get down. I don't think she could get down to 135 because even in boxing she got down to 154. I didn't ever see her going to like 147 or anything. So yeah, yeah, Ernest, she would, man. Like she would get that. She would get to the morgue before she even like got into the fight. Before she even got into the octagon. Shit, man. Like 135, she would kill herself to make that weight. There is no 1 hour in the day. Ferguson is weird. It's why, yeah, that guy's weird. No, no, man. No, she's not fighting in the UFC. She's going to be in the PFL. She's not going to be in the tournament league, but she is going to be in the PFL because they don't even have a lightweight division in the UFC. So, and she ain't ready for the UFC. Clarissa is not ready for the UFC. Oh, you want to see Clarissa versus Nunes now? I really don't want to see that yet. Maybe in boxing, but I don't want to see that in MMA. I mean, Nunes ain't even got no fights under her belt yet. So, yeah, we could put that fight on hold. I mean, who could Clarissa beat in the UFC leading up to Nunes? Nobody right now, in my opinion. Man, imagine how she would look at 135. Man, she would be, ugh. But yeah, Nunes definitely didn't want to box her. Let's see. Danielle H, what's going on? Y'all think Clarissa has a chance against Kayla Harrison if she works hard on her ground game? Man, if she works hard on her takedown defense, I think if she worked hard on her takedown defense and kept it standing, you know, that's the time when Claressa would have to just become a striker. She'd have to just straight up be a good striker, use her takedown defense, and be able to counter Kayla Harrison. You can't get it. She's not going to get the ground game overnight enough to handle somebody like Kayla Harrison. No, I don't see that. She ain't gonna have the she just ain't gonna have the type of experience, because even the experience that Claressa puts together in this matter of time, like leading up to now, she um she's still gonna be behind. She's still gonna be behind Kayla Harrison, because Kayla Harrison just gonna keep getting better and better, and yeah, she's like a two-time judoka, two-time Olympic gold medalist, Samantha. Ernest said, I hope Claressa doesn't think takedown defense is just defending single legs and double legs. Judokas have sneaky trips and tosses. Hell yeah, man. Like, when they get her to the fence, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy in there. Gary Baldwin said Tony Style don't have any longevity. Gary, what's up? Yes, she lacks striking, but I still think that Kayla Harrison's pretty light on her feet. For somebody her size, she's pretty nimble. She can move, and I think she has some good timing. Now, if she can get, it's all going to come down to how Claressa turns herself into a striker. If Claressa turns into a top-notch striker in there overnight, if she's able to transition boxing into striking and get her timing down, then maybe she could keep her on the outside. But other than that, nah, man, I don't see Claressa keeping Kayla Harrison off of her. She's gonna get in there. Yeah, man, she spent her entire life. Yeah, she's that's her world. She's earned that. I can give her that. But other than that, yeah, Claressa's an Olympian too. Yeah, she's a two-time gold medalist in boxing. But again, if Kayla came to boxing, she would get hurt. But when Claressa comes to MMA and hits these mats, it's gonna be a different story. Gary said Claressa has no Muay Thai experience. No, even that too, man. It would have been nice if Claressa had just went out to like Thailand and such. Just for even like a year or two, a couple of years. Because I be talking to some fighters online, man. They be out in Thailand for like damn near 3 years. Young kids still going out there damn near 2 3 years. Kayla's not a great striker. She's a little better than Ronda. Yeah, she's getting her fundamentals down a little bit better. I could see her hands turning into something better, because Ronda's was just like embarrassing, man. Kayla shouldn't even think to ever be an objectively great striker. It only needs to be functional, effective, and offensive defense. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be the best. I always say that. You don't need to be the best. All you need is the basics to make it work for your style. Boxers have the hardest time transitioning. Yeah. This chump here. Some people leave some stupid comments on your videos sometime. How the hell am I being a hater to Canelo? I'm a Canelo fan. I'm just being real, man. I'm just looking at one of my videos. Some chump up here just talking about I'm being a hater to Canelo, man. Like, whatever, man. Like Canelo needs some better competition. That Caleb Smith fight last night wasn't on anything. Don't tell me I'm being a hater, man. Get out of here. All right. With stamina. Ronda had power. I hated Ronda, but she could have been a decent one. Yeah, Ronda, like man, she was dominant. I mean, she was another one. You love to hate her, hate to love her. I didn't like her, but she did bring life to the bantamweight division. Colton said Claressa picked the perfect camp. Winko John, Holly, and John Jones will work wonders for her. We'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just saying, we'll see, man. Like, I don't know. I know they got star power in there, but star power doesn't necessarily mean like I mean greatness or the ability to make people thrive and succeed for years and years and years. Because everybody, Cole said he's not being sarcastic. I think Wiggles John is a perfect coach to transition Claressa from boxing to MMA. Maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens. It would be interesting seeing like somebody like who else besides like I know the name Jason Perillo always comes to mind, like helping Claressa transition because I mean they both have a good grasp of what boxers do, and I think she could really understand a guy like Perillo right away. When he makes little when he uses certain terms or certain movements, right away with somebody like Perillo, Claressa could just fall in the line, and I think they could just understand what each other means right away on why certain things need to change from this type of punch and boxing to this certain type of jab and striking. Holly's been a blue belt forever. I thought she just got her blue belt. I thought she just got a blue belt just now, like recently. I didn't know she'd been a blue belt forever. Shoot, you know who is a blue belt though, right? Tyler Santos. We were talking about that last night. Shout out to WMMA Addict, because I told him, well, he saw it, he pulled it up. That's why I was like, yeah, man, I seen that. Tyler Santos is a blue belt. People didn't know that. So you had a blue belt in there versus a black belt in Jillian Robertson Saturday night. You know, yeah, I thought Holly just got her blue belt. Yeah, man. GDR. Yeah, her submission too, man. She got her submission against Pena. That's high level right there. I mean, you know what I mean? That's a big highlight of your career, submitting her. Everybody thought Pena would submit GDR. Colton said, "Do you think Amanda Nunes will beat the brakes off of Jake Paul?" I don't know about that. Anything could happen in that fight because it's a boxing match.
It's still a boxing match. I don't like Jake Paul, but he is a big guy. You know, he's a cruiserweight, and I'm sure he could take her punch. You know, she doesn't want to fight Claressa Shields in boxing, but she's willing to come over to fight Jake Paul. I mean, that tells you something that's about her boxing skill. But she's underestimating Jake Paul's boxing skill, if you know what I mean. Thinking he's just going to be green in there. I mean, again, I don't like him. I don't respect him as a boxer, and I think he's a clown. But uh, he is the size of a dang on cruiserweight, so I don't see Amanda Nunes beating the brakes off of Jake Paul. I mean, he's still a man, and all it takes is one more. All it takes is one punch. He's still a man. That still comes into factor. There's still a difference, man and woman. That's why you got men and women. That's why you got WMMA and you got MMA, man. In boxing, you got female boxing and you got male boxing. So Jake Paul would still hurt her with one punch to the body or to the head. Colton said Amanda literally hits like a dude, though. Her power is crazy. I don't know about that. I mean, he's been hit by dudes in boxing. You know what I mean? He's been sparring. So I'm sure his chin can hold up to one of her power shots. Can she knock him out? Yeah, I'm sure she could knock him out, but do you think he's really going to be open for one of those shots? He's not going to be open for some type of shot like that. He knows what's coming from her. Because again, remember, she's not from the boxing background either. She's already underestimated. He still at least has plenty of sparring hours with a lot of professional fighters. Even if he doesn't have a lot of professional fights, he still has more professional hours in boxing than she does. It's just like when what is her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The girl from New Zealand. She got knocked out by the she took on a man like years ago. She took on a man in I think it was a kickboxing match or Muay Thai match, and she got brutally knocked out. What is her name? I know. Why is her name not coming to me right now? They wanted Layla Ali to fight her. She was in what is her name? She was in $1 Million Baby. What is that fighter's name? She was on $1 Million Baby. Lucia Riker. Yeah, Lucia Riker took on a man and she got brutally knocked out before. You know? Yeah, Lucia Riker went in there, got knocked out. So imagine what happened to Amanda Nunes going in there with the dang on cruiserweight. Yeah, women cannot compete with men. It's just unrealistic there. Nunes tried to get paid to fight would never happen. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Maybe she could. Yeah, she could take him down in the octagon. That'd be different. There's not a single professional male boxer who Amanda can beat. Exactly. Colt and Jake Paul isn't. They've been counting his fights as professional fights. I mean, I don't consider him a professional fighter, but they've been putting them fights down though. Gary said, "Yeah, Amanda could beat Charlie Zenoff." Yeah, I know that guy. I would like to see that. Yeah, so you believe Amanda can beat Jake Paul? Isn't he 100? Hell no. Who thinks that? I don't know though. Danielle, yeah, man. GDR, that's a different story though. I mean, I would give GDR more of a chance to land something big on Jake Paul because she's a little bit more rough and rugged, and her right hand is like it's laser. I would give GDR more of a chance than Amanda Nunes though. But yeah, y'all got to get up out of here. I got to go take care of some business. I just want to come on here real quick while I was making my way through here. Um, yeah, but make sure y'all subscribe. I'll probably be back on around the same time tomorrow on my way to the grind. But yeah, man, make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.